Hey there YouTube, it's Math Buller. Welcome to my third and final video from attending the Strongsville Sports Collectors Convention in Strongsville, Ohio at the Best Western. I went on Saturday, April 15th. There's the name of the show. The Premier Vintage Sports Show, yeah. Vintage cards. Great stuff there. So this is going to show my first three purchases, and that's being the biggie. The glare is covering it up just perfectly. Who is it? We'll find out. Anyway, my first three purchases, 1, 2, 3, I had 10 purchases. My first video showed a bunch of miscellaneous, lower, cheaper type of purchases, vintage purchases. My second video showed my trading cards, though one of them was a trading card, but it was signed. And then, well, we got this one here. So let's go ahead and show my first three purchases, which primarily was to work on my vintage Pirates 1960s team sets. I'm very picky on condition, so I did add some. This first person I went to, I saw boxes of $3 vintage baseball cards from the 60s and 70s, or they were 8 for $20. Okay, then I looked through their as priced, pulled out $41 worth of cards from that. So I'm up to 61 bucks because I got 8 of the $3. Like 61. Let me just go ahead and look through their dollar box. Pull out a couple for TTM purposes. 6 through $3. I'm sure he'll go 60, and that's exactly what happened. So these were $3 cards. That looks good for my team set. As does that. And if I recall, this 67 is a high number. Well, that's higher-ish. 461. Yeah. And I was really actually pretty surprised to see this one for $3 in that good condition. So $4.98, I mean, it's a high number. So this will just look amazing with ink on. I can't remember if I've sent this to him or not, but we'll find out. I think I've sent the 60 Fleer to him before, but hey, I'll gladly do it again. In my first video, you saw this. I think it was a tattoo or something. I don't know. Maybe it was a whatever. Anyway, very cool. Ron Hansen, let's send that baby out. That would look awesome with ink on it. Dang, that's a great pose. Love the background there. I got a little padding between the bricks. I'm so biased towards these 1960 sets. 60 Topps, I love it. I was shocked. This was the first card I pulled out of the $3 box. I'm like, wait, that's a $3 card? It's high number, $5.69, and it's got an R written on it. That's probably why, but I want to get the front sign. This is great. That's a heck of a purchase. Little Ted Williams action. Ted shows how. You know, because veteran players would do that. Anyway. Next up, as priced. Knocked off the Johnny Logan for the 62 team set. On to 64, we knocked off the Al McBeam. Got a little dingage up in the right corner, but it's centered so well and the color's so good that that's a keeper for the team set. This is for TTM purposes. I couldn't resist. That would look good. I think both sign. If not, I know he signs. Picked up the Don Schwal, the former Rookie of the Year. That's a good high number edition. $5.58. And I was in shock when I saw how good this card is. I think that might be the highest Pirates team card from the 64 set, and I nailed it. Now it was a little bit on the pricey side, 15 bucks, but okay, maybe that's definitely not the highest numbered one. I'm thinking of a different card that I purchased somewhere. I'll probably be later in this video, but for that condition, heck yeah. And then these were essentially nibbles. I looked through dollar bins and thought, well, Jim Perry signs, but Harrelson, that's a nice card. Let's do it. All right, that was my first purchase. 63 bucks, come up to 60. This one ended up being a really good deal. So I'm actually glad I'm going first purchase, second purchase, third purchase, because the deals just kept getting better. The next person I visited, I pulled out $76 worth of cards. He hit me up for 60. I thought he'd do 70. If not, I was going to ask 70 if he said 75. Went through some oddballs. Picked up a nice Bill Mazeroski stamp. Now the earlier ones, which are the green ones, which I showed you a couple of those in my first video, the Bobby Shantz and Whitey Herzog, I've got that signed by Maz. But not this. Oh. Look at that. Camilo Pasquale signs. It got Bill Verdon, Pirate Legend, right beside him. Yeah, these have to get signed. And there he is again. A Brooks Robinson autograph for $10. Big League Chew. Big League Alumni Series. Yeah, that had to come home with me. Alright, there's a nice 1960 Joe Gibbon high number for my team set. Picked up the Tommy Sisk. Well, I guess you could say it's the Gaylord Perry rookie card. I've got this signed by Tommy Sisk. I paid $9 at a show a couple of years ago for this same card, but this one's obviously in better condition, and I'm glad. I know it's got a yellow color mark there, but it's still pretty cool. Got a Pirates team card there, very nice. I was actually pretty surprised by the condition of that, so yeah, that had to go in the collection. I think this is card number 1 from the 1968 set. I was pretty glad to add that one because it's a Clemente. Yeah, card number 1. And then the 69 Maz. You know, if you see a Mazeroski card, a vintage Mazeroski card for $10 or less, you have to look for what's wrong with it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I just knocked off a Maz for $10. Actually, I end up getting this for about 20% off. So let's call it $8. That was a heck of a nice purchase right there. Little TTM fuel. A signed card of one of the greatest third basemen ever, the Human Vacuum Cleaner, and 1960s Pirates cards. That's a lot of fun for $60 too. Now, this was a biggie. It's not a Clemente card. Of all the cards I need to knock off my 1960s Pirates team sets, which I've not shown a whole lot of videos on that. I have backlogged videos I haven't uploaded yet that have me doing a lot of these. But this is probably going to be a big hint here for those who know vintage cards. So, I'm covering up the Pirate here. I've been looking at this card at different places, and I ended up getting this for a great deal. It wasn't that. It was not $200. There was a dealer at a show who had 3 of these. And the best he would do on the one that I liked was $210. It was $225, and he would not go to $200. So I said, thank you, I'll keep in mind, I appreciate you giving me a price. He would not go to $200, he was stuck at $210. The next time he was at a show, he sold all 3 of them. I'm like, dagnabbit, maybe I should have done the $210. So then I see this one in the case, and the only real issue with this card is the top border there. You can see some white. And that's very typical of this set. He had 3. This was a different seller who had 3 of them. So I was looking over them really, really well. He had 2 that were $200, and then he had 1 that was trimmed it was trimmed for $95. Now I'm not doing the trimmed. I picked out this one. The centering was a little bit better. Top to bottom, the centering was a little bit better. And overall, the edges were a little bit better too. The other card had a corner that was in a little bit rough shape, so I went ahead and did it. I added the Willie Stargell rookie. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And he hit me for $160. When I was looking at the cards and I said, yeah, I'm looking for my Pirates team sets that I'm working on here. This would be a good one for me to add. And he said, I have 3 of them. The best I would be willing to do is $160. I mean, he negotiated himself down, which was great because I probably would have bought this for $200. Probably. To get the 1963 high number Willie Stargell rookie for $160. Dang, that's good. There's no writing on the back. That's a big add for my collection. Aside from Clemente cards, this is like the highest priced one that I need to be concerned with. And I nailed it. Whew! So glad I went to this show. And I paid $160. There was a seller trying to sell it for $210, a card that was in about the same shape as that. Man, did that work out well. Oh my gosh, and I just remembered. It's my third stinking video I'm making here, but got to meet some cool YouTubers at the show. Wow, I am so self-centered. Got to see Scott from Reindeer Studios. Dawn from Dawn's Field Dreams. Met Chris and Mike, whom, as now I'm making this video, I need to find them on YouTube and subscribe to them. They're really nice guys. Oh, dang, I'm a horrible friend. Or, I'm not very good at being social sometimes, I guess. But, thank you for introducing yourselves to me, and let me know in the comments below what was your favorite. It's pretty obvious which one's my favorite. I upload 3 videos a week, a TTM video on Monday, and an autograph and or trading card video such as this on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Take care, everybody.